8 years ago, my life changed forever. I was in a fatal accident, the kind of moment that splits your life in two, before and after. And in that fragile space between survival and surrender, I realized something that still echoes in me today. Life isn't promised. Time isn't promised either. And all those things I thought I had time to do were suddenly not guaranteed. Up until that point, I had been chasing goals, chasing approval, chasing a version of success that wasn't even mine to begin with. But when you come face to face with death, it changes you. You stop taking life for granted. Every ordinary moment becomes extraordinary, because it could be the last time you ever get to do anything. That accident was a wake-up call. And while I wouldn't wish that kind of pain on anyone, I'm endlessly grateful for what it taught me. It cracked me open. Later on, I came across a book by Brownie Ware, a nurse who spent years with people in their final weeks of life. She shared the top 5 regrets of the dying. And reading them, it was like someone put my feelings into words. I wish I had courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. I wish I had expressed my feelings. I wish I stayed in touch with my friends. I wish I had let myself be happier. Not one of those regrets mentioned wealth, fame, or promotion. None said, I wish I'd posted more on social media. Because when it comes down to it, the things that matter most are the ones we often neglect in the pursuit of more. What they really wanted was presence, connection, joy, the kind that comes from phone calls with your loved ones, from deep belly laughs with friends, from watching the sunrise or sunset with someone you love, from being silly, from being human, from being here. And yet so many of us live waiting for the perfect moment, waiting to feel ready, waiting for life to slow down so we can finally start living. But let me tell you something. The perfect moment doesn't come. Clarity doesn't come from waiting. It comes from doing. I know, because when I started this YouTube channel, I was scared out of my mind. It took me years to feel ready to post my first video. And when I finally did, it was rough. The editing, the doubts, the vulnerability. It was all hard. But somewhere along the way, I stopped obsessing over the end goal and started finding joy in the process. A kind comment, a tiny improvement, a new connection. And with every small step, I became more whole, more grounded, a different person. We think success is about reaching a destination, but real success is who you become in the process. And that's the part most of us miss. We wait until we feel confident, until it's all figured out. But truthfully, confidence doesn't come first. Action does. You build the path by walking it. Because every time you take a step, no matter how small, you're casting a vote for the person you're becoming. And the things that once felt impossible start to feel possible. You don't need to see the whole staircase. You just need to take the next step. It reminds me of a time I went around asking my friends, "What's your best memory growing up?" I expected to hear big things like when my mom bought me my first video game, when my dad surprised me with that expensive thing I've been asking for, when I got that iPhone for Christmas, when we stayed at a fancy resort, or when my parents took me to Europe. But that's not what they said. The answers were, it was when my mom played a silly game with me in the living room, when my dad helped me make my first toy car out of scripts, when my parents joined my dance class one day and danced beside me, when we had pancakes for dinner and laughed the whole night, when my dad showed up to every single soccer game, even when he was tired from work. And I realized there was something unspoken, yet loud in all their responses. It wasn't about a material transfer. It was about a moment shared. That moment of presence, of being seen, of connection. And that's it. That's the truth we all forget. The only moment we truly have is now. So stop waiting. Go on that hike. Write that book. Start that project. Say those words. Kiss them longer. Laugh louder. Be fully here. Because at the end of your life, it won't be about what you achieved. It will be about how deeply you lived, how fully you loved, and how brave you were with your one precious chance. So go live it. And whatever you do, don't wait.